Hey everybody, welcome to the Dad Challenge Podcast. My name's Josh. Thanks for being here today. I hope you're doing incredible. Well, today we're talking about Roman Atwood. We're going to bring this guy up because of that podcast he with Shay Carl has just been sitting with me and I'm not happy. And I just there's no way a guy like this has no skeletons, right? So I started doing a little bit of research and finding out who this guy really was. It's not like skeletons I found, nothing that you can't find just in public forums, but Roman Atwood hasn't aged well. The shit that he has done over the past 15 years on YouTube or whatever, none of it has aged well. He's done pranks that have gone sour, that have made people upset, things you couldn't get away with today. I get that. I'm not trying to cancel Roman Atwood. I'm just trying to tell you guys that these people are gross. And obviously when he says things like this,
I thought it was blown way out of proportion.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, he sent some, as an outsider, I'm like, yeah, he sent some messages, but dude, like, it doesn't seem like it's as bad as everyone's making it sound.
Yeah. With Shay Carl, I mean, yeah, it makes sense when you find out who really is. So let's do a little bit of a deep dive into who Roman Atwood is. All right, let's go. Guys, thanks for being here. Make sure you subscribe, hit the like button, go to my Teespring store, buy a piece of merch if you want to support this channel, or join this channel on here or Patreon. You also get on the Wheel of Spinny Dancing for Fridays if you do that. So that'd be great if you did that. I appreciate it. As I was going down the path of the Roman Atwood thing, I was doing my lives about the Shay Carl, and a couple people piped up in the comments and said that Roman Atwood was dating like his now wife when she was a teenager and he was like 25. And I was like, really? And you want to look into that type of thing, right? You want to really take a deep look into these types of behaviors, because one of my favorite comedians growing up was, what's his name? Dane Cook, who literally just got canceled for the same damn thing. Is just waiting for a teenager to turn of age so he can marry her. And it's just kind of gross, right? That's predatory behavior. If you are an adult male human and you are going after a teenager in a romantic capacity, to me, you're a predator. That's it. There's no... I'm sorry, I know some people might be like, well, my dad did it, whatever. Look, I'm just giving you my opinion on this, and I think probably the popular opinion on this. That if you're an adult male, well into your 20s, halfway through your 20s, and you're pursuing a girl who is 17, not even out of high school yet, just getting out of high school. Like, if that was my daughter, I would be like, hell no. No, absolutely not. But of course, he's a famous YouTuber, and it is what it is. People have said that she's a gold digger and that she's not, and they fell in deep love, whatever the case may be. And what I found out since then is that Roman Atwood had a previous failed marriage as well to a girl named Shanna Riley, who cheated on him with a guy who took a dump in his driveway. And Roman Atwood actually has a video out there. There is a couple of it circulating, but the volume is so low you can't hear it. It's crazy. But he basically comes out in a video and throws her under the bus. She probably deserved it, to be honest with you, right? But called her a slut and all these kind of things, and he was just obviously younger doing these things, and not like, I don't know how many months later he's now with a 17-year-old girl, right? After this divorce, not even the divorce is they weren't even divorced yet. He was with another girl, and then freshly, right after the divorce was finalized, they had their first son with this Brittany girl, who I lovingly call Yzma, because she looks like Yzma from my favorite Disney movie of all time. But the thing you got to know about Roman Atwood in these types of situations is that, like, they just kind of got away with it because they were like bad boys of YouTube, and they're following like Maya Knight's following. I know I always go back to Maya Knight, but she's a perfect example of this type of like White Claw drinking terrible mom person, where she attracts those types of people who are like her and they want to feel like they belong. That's their tribe. The tribe of shitty moms, right? Who think that being drunk around your kids is okay. Like, that's shitty. And there's a whole tribe of people celebrating that type of person. Roman Atwood had that same type of people follow him because his pranks were nasty, right? Pranks like this. Let's watch one together. This is his second biggest prank, I think. Yeah, the music. Anyway, I'm just gonna go up to it. Like, I guarantee you these are scripted. Like, guarantee you. Because literally this guy's whole entire life uploading videos every single day of pranks he plays. So this woman walks in the house, and either she's really stupid or she's really dumb. You know what I'm saying? Because she knows the cameras are recording. Because literally that's their entire existence, is hidden camera pranks. So anyway, she goes upstairs. They're playing in his Spider-Man costume. So she sees him there playing.
Where did you get that outfit?
Say it's new.
Also, the real crime here is Roman's hair.
Whoa.
Chill, buddy. Chill. Stairs. And now he has a doll, right?
Tell me when. 3, 2. Here we go. Oh my god. Yo. Holy crap. Holy crap. I'm sorry.
I'm not sorry, asshole. Don't say you're sorry after a prank. If you're going to pull a prank, be like, yeah, I meant to do this. I'm not sorry.
You hate you.
What do you mean?
What do you mean I hate you? Yeah, I hate you because you're an asshole.
It's just for fun. Are you that mad?
Are you out of your mind?
Whoa.
You pretended to kill her child. You don't think she'd be mad about that?
It's just a dummy. It's just a little joke.
It's just a prank, bro. Who else said that, everybody? Who else said that who we've covered recently? Right? Daddy05. Just a prank, bro. Just a prank.
No, it's not. You don't pretend to throw our kids off the balcony.
Okay,
Get away from me.
Now what?
Read the room, bro. Your teen wife doesn't want to be close to you.
On the couch.
Look at that.
So that was our big prank, and then there was another one and he's pranking his wife, so he has a hidden camera, and he's going to tell her that he's cheating on her. And, you know, it's distasteful because this guy was cheated on. Clearly this woman who is his wife knows how hurt he was, because he made multiple videos about his ex-wife, like this one.
I want to start today's vlog to kind of level with you guys and hear me out about a couple things. I just want you to know that...
You know who he is? He's McLovin. This guy is McLovin, right? Am I the only one catching that? He is McLovin, the nerdy kid in high school. And I probably wasn't. He probably was a party guy in high school. But he's McLovin, otherwise nerdy.
We all have problems. Maybe you're struggling with school or family issues.
Maybe my girlfriend's struggling with her high school finals while I'm 25.
Or money
That could be a thing.
issues. Or, you know, there's so many things that can go wrong in a day. I personally woke up to a little guy in a Prius knocking on
Just a Prius. There's no T in it.
my front door with a stack of papers summoning me to court on May 5th because my ex-wife, Noah's mother, wants more money. How convenient. What good timing that she comes out and says she wants more money.
Now, this guy is absolutely hurt about his wife cheating on him and has a right to be hurt. Of course he does. But don't forget that Noah, his son, who now lives with him, that's still Noah's mom for all intents and purposes. And I've said this about lots of people who have disparaging relationships with their ex-partner. Jess Flam does the same thing. Just throws her kid's dad under the bus. And though he might deserve it, do you really think you should be using your platform to do that? Because your kid will see that.
Funny thing is, my ex-wife has a guy living with her for multiple years now who's never had a job. And I think at the end of the day, I'm just paying for him. Because we all know damn well I'm paying for my son. I got my poor son Noah coming to me telling me this guy just eats all the food in the house and sits around playing video games all day. That's the kind of influence my son is seeing.
Well, what's kind of influence that you're giving your son? Like, yeah, that guy's a dick, but so are you, man. You literally sit around and prank people all day long. You exploited your children for cash since their birth. But yeah, the guy playing video games is wrong. But you're also wrong, dude. These guys never have the wherewithal to understand their own shit, ever, right? It's always everybody else.
When he's not with me. So, yeah, it's a little irritating that she wants money from me when he's supposed to be providing.
No, you're supposed to be providing for your son. That's probably the court thing. Not him, you. You're his kid's dad. That's just the way it goes, buddy. Unfortunately, you are a millionaire and you could easily pay this without blinking an eye. But he did gain custody of his son eventually. So I'm telling you, this woman is probably bad news, yes, but at the same time, still your kid's mom.
Okay, all right. So I'm headed up right now to meet my lawyer and deal with that one problem at a time. You know, I'm also
It's so smarmy. There's only one word for Roman Atwood. It's smarmy. right? He's just like, yo, man, I'm just like going to see a lawyer, bro. Yo, totally. I'm going to use all my funds to F this woman up. I'm going to use my platform to throw her under the bus at every chance I get, call her a slut and all these things. She's such a bitch. Oh, I hate her. I get that, man. I get that you have that anger in your heart. I do. But you're a smarmy douche for doing it because you are bad too. You're both. I mean, I guess people attract that type of person, I suppose.
I got my car insurance, my homeowner's insurance telling me that I am too high a risk of a prankster to cover me. So they want to drop me. They won't cover me.
Your insurance won't cover you. Is that what you're talking to a lawyer about? So your insurance won't cover you because you literally probably are going to die because you do shitty pranks. Yeah, you deserve that too.
We all have our own problems, guys. The best thing we can do is do one problem at a time, solve it, slap a smile on our face, and keep moving. Never worry too much, because worrying is never going to change the outcome. Thanks for all the love and support, and keep a smile on your face no matter what. It's no matter how big your problem is, it can be
your hair is my problem.
Fixed, and you're going to get through it. So I love you. We will see you tomorrow. Smile more.
Part of this whole thing too came down to his son because the wife wanted Noah off the vlogs because Noah was being exploited, and that's true. But ever since then, Roman has made umpteen millions of dollars, has been able to hire the most expensive lawyers to get anything he wants done. We all know there's a two-tier justice system for sure. Now, I'm not saying Shayna's right. Don't ever get me. I'm not coming in to stand up for someone who cheated on her husband. Not at all. But again, this is still the mom of the kid. Right? Shanna, for all intents and purposes, doesn't exist on the internet. She has disappeared because Roman is such a huge person on YouTube and on the platform that she would never. He could just say make a video and she would just have hate sent for her. Right? Again, she did wrong, but at the same time, she did right by saying I want to protect my son by getting him off the internet. Then he fought tooth and nail to get him back on the internet. So I wanted to show you that because he absolutely hates her, and that's fine, right? But still, don't forget. That's your kid's mom. I think a lot of these parents don't realize the shitstorm that's about to hit them when these kids become of age, get a little older, and start waking up to the realization of what happened to them when they were children. Especially if some of those outcomes affect them as they get older. And it might not, but it might. But this is the big prank that you're going to be very telling about who Roman is. Because remember Oscar did the same thing to Kira? And Kira flipped, and it was just a weird dynamic. This was flipped the other way. So he did I'm cheating on you prank, and then she knew it was coming.
Alright guys, I'm in Aruba right now celebrating my 5-year anniversary with my girlfriend.
That's not married. Yeah, you hooked up with this teenager when he was 25, didn't marry her for like 7 years.
I'm gonna prank her tonight.
What's the point of getting married?
By telling her that I cheated on her.
You're so funny, McLovin. You're so funny. So she's like, again, everything is going to be prankable. So there's no way she could even have a serious conversation with this guy ever without thinking it's going to be a prank.
Isn't this cute?
Yeah. Come here for a second. Just sit up. Come on.
What?
Just come here, baby. I gotta talk to you.
Yeah.
I gotta tell you something that's gonna be like the worst thing you've ever heard in your life.
Shay Carl cheated on his wife. No, it's just text messages. What's the big deal?
I swear to God, I will never do it again. I f***ed up.
What did you do?
3 weeks ago when I was in LA, I met this stupid girl. It was one night, baby.
Again, this is completely scripted from both ends.
I swear to
But
God,
if it's not, watch his reaction.
do it again. Like, I can't sleep or eat or nothing right now.
Happy anniversary.
I know this is the worst time we're celebrating our anniversary.
We have a family.
I know. Like, I swear to God.
She's good. If this is fake, she's good at acting.
I know, I'm so sorry. I don't even know what to say.
I cheated on you.
What?
I hope this is real because he's like, what?
I cheated on you too.
Yo, you did. What did you just say? You did not cheat on me.
I'm laughing is not because it's funny, but because it's like I hope it's real, and he in his heart was feeling that.
Did you cheat on me, Brittany? Yo. Did you?
Yeah, I did. I'm sorry.
You cheated on me. No, you did not.
Serves you right, buddy. This is karma. Instant karma.
Yo, be for real, my heart's killing. Did you cheat on me?
You deserve this, you bastard.
Hey, did you cheat on me? You fucking cheated on me? You fucking cheated on me? Are you fucking serious? You're fucking
That lamp's probably worth $100.
serious right now. You fucking... With who?
And the only reason he's not... If this is true, right, which I'm on the fence about, the only reason he's actually not freaking out, right, is because his camera's on. But the reason I don't think it's true is because he didn't go turn off the camera instantly. He filmed the whole thing.
Yo. Oh my fucking god, you fucking better be lying to me. You better be lying to me, yo.
Crush that water bottle.
You lying to me?
I saw you sit on your camera, you idiot!
What? Oh my fucking god. No way.
Now we're making a different kind of film.
You didn't cheat on me?
No!
I'm gonna have a heart attack. I can't even breathe.
I thought you were gonna propose to me.
Oh my god. I suck so I cannot upload that.
I cannot upload that YouTube. And what does he do? He uploads it to YouTube. Okay, cool, buddy. Anyway, I wanted to just point all that stuff out because was getting violent at one point, but then stopped because he knows the camera's on, right? So both ways it's bad. If it's acting, it's bad. If it's not acting, it's even worse. So all that leads up to their podcast here, where they talk about how they met.
Welcome everybody.
And
to the
there's just no way I can go through the whole thing because it's an hour and boring. That's what it is. But I want to hear how he justifies being a predator and dating a teenager. Because from what I've read so far, her parents weren't kosher with it either. And so you got to be some kind of gross, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, those types of guys. You went to high school with a bunch of those types of guys that just dated really, really young girls because they couldn't, I don't know, get on level with mature women. I have no idea. Clearly, Brittany is not someone of the Mensa category, if you know what I'm saying, right? She doesn't seem smart, right? She's very ditzy. That's probably just the type of person he likes. Someone who's just not completely, I don't know how to say this in rude, but she's dumb, right? She's clearly dumb. So that just seems to be like the type of person that adult men are attracted to in teenagers, right? They're not mature enough to understand what the relationship is, and that's who they target. It's targeted, guys. It's grooming. That's what it really is. So let's take a look.
Podcast. This is our most intimate setting yet.
It's my favorite. I love it.
Yeah,
Okay, she's completely got. Did she go to Michael Jackson's plastic surgeon? I don't know, but Yzma.
you're comfy.
If you're not watching, go watch it.
Okay. This is all Britt's idea. It's just a solo episode. My wife and myself, and I'm excited about this. I'm excited.
I'm nervous.
Our first date was on a couch, baby. You remember this? You remember this, yeah?
I mean,
If that's true, and they're laughing about having sex on their first date, she was 17 and he was 25. So if that's true, guys, you got to keep that in your mind. She's not even done high school yet. This guy's been done high school for like 7 years. Okay? It's legal because they're in Ohio, and the age of consent in Ohio is 16. So it's not illegal. It's immoral, though. And he just flexes like this, like, yeah, you were 17, we had sex on our first date on the couch. You just realized how much more of a predator you look like now, right? Right? Everybody?
first time I ever saw you wasn't on account.
Did you plan any of this podcast?
Not at all. I show up every time.
I was just telling the guys working podcast, we have nothing for this. Brittany and I on the couch sharing life. It could be what's happening in the world. It could be the past. We have so much past.
You're just making this shit up because this didn't go on because no one wants to hear Brittany talk about anything because Brittany clearly is the arm candy only. Brittany was not hired as his wife. Brittany was not hired as his wife to be like smart, to make choices. She was a young teenage girl, barely an adult. Not adult, sorry. I would consider her not an adult, not even 18 yet. A teenager, not even done high school yet, getting into a full-fledged relationship with a man, an adult man. I don't know how else to say that. It just creeps me out.
I feel like that's a little easier right now to share.
I feel like we have just so many things that we don't want to talk about.
Yeah.
that maybe people are asking, or
They're talking about this stalker. Something went down. I did a video about this a long time ago, and I completely forgot about it already. But basically, they went off the internet for a little while because somebody got a hold of their like banking information, got a hold of some. I don't know what they got a hold of, but they were like ringing their alarms, and they were saying it was a stalker and all this kind of stuff. But to this day, I don't think anybody's in jail. I've never heard of anything like that. To me, it sounds like someone got a hold of something that they shouldn't have got a hold of, and were holding it over their head. I don't know. To this day, they won't talk about it, and it's real sketchy that they don't. Because these people will share about anything. They'll share anything except for this weird wormhole in their existence. Really weird.
want to know, but there's just so much that...
You know what's happened? Is since we've been on the internet so long, we understand that one wrong thing can really mess it up.
Yeah.
So we've become muzzled almost in a way.
So what you're admitting here is that you'd like to be racist and do all those things you'd like, but you can't just because might get canceled. Is that what you're trying to tell us? You can't be real anymore because the real you would probably get you canceled? Wow, that says a lot.
Right? It's like there's plenty of times I'm like, oh man, I wish I could just say what I'm thinking, but I don't want to risk anything. I want to play it safe. I want to be.
He's telling you the truth right now. I can't be myself because myself would get canceled. What does that tell you, everybody? What does that tell you?
Right.
I want to be the good guy.
You want to please everybody.
My company smile more. Like I don't want to affect our business, but there's plenty of times I want to say something.
Yeah.
And I'm always hush hush. So how do we break that?
Wow.
A fan base comes from being truly you. You can act for a while, but
I'm a really good actress, I've been told.
you've acted
If that bed scene is true, that was true.
like you love me for the last 13 years. Happy
Yeah, I love your money.
anniversary, by the way. I know we said it in the last one, but we just celebrated it yesterday. Amazing day. Amazing day.
Anyway.
Absolutely nothing.
Yeah, I had a church meeting.
There we go.
These people go to, apparently they're Mormons now, too. Great. Well, that's, that kind of falls in line with Joseph Smith's teachings. Considering Joseph Smith, dated a 14-year-old, married a 14-year-old girl. So, yeah, okay.
Happy
That was our
anniversary.
day. How old, does it make you feel old doing certain things?
Everything makes me feel old.
Like, I'm just like, oh, I have a meeting at church. I'm like,
You're like 18 still, so really?
at 80? Like, how old am I?
How old is she? She's still in her 20s, right? And he's like in his almost 40.
Only 80-years-olds have me.
Like, that just sounds something like my grandmother would do.
All right, here's what I want to do while I'm thinking
Okay.
about it, not to cut you off. Let's start at the very beginning.
Of us? Or
Yeah.
you? Or,
No. Definitely not me. That goes way back.
I know.
The very beginning. Before you two. Before us. There's been some controversy on how it came to pass that we were together.
Stop beating around the bush. I looked at you when you were 17 and I fell in love with you. You're a 17-year-old girl. I, a 25-year-old man, saw a teenager from across the room and said, I want to be with a teenager. There's no other way you can say that properly.
Because I was 17.
No.
Yes.
We can get into that.
Is that what you mean?
Yes.
What controversy?
Okay.
That's the controversy.
Here's a quick story, and I hope I can share things today that we haven't shared.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe more details and to clarify certain things. I was fresh out of an old marriage.
Right. Still technically married.
Yeah,
No, still married, legally. I think she meant to say legally.
but not
Separated.
together, not living together, totally separated.
Mm-hmm.
And for many weeks, my very close friend Chase Gilroy would send me texts on the weekends.
He's running this right now.
Yeah, I know, and I think
Okay.
it might be the perfect time to figure this out because you told me that you never told him to text me.
I never. No.
Okay, but his text.
The night that I think
Really?
he was talking about that I asked about you, it was like 12:30
She's still a teenager. That's crazy. Still acts like one anyway.
at night or something. And my bed there, I would stay there on the weekends. I would help them babysit.
Mhm.
They had work,
Mhm.
whatever. I would help babysit. I slept on the couch. So the living room was my bedroom while I was there on the weekends.
Yeah.
And he had mentioned that you were coming.
Mhm.
So I was just like,
But why I was coming is because he was. I felt like it was about 6 weekends in a row.
Okay. Let me stop you there. So your buddy's texting you about this sister-in-law or something like that? Yeah, you should date this girl. Isn't your first question be like, well, tell me about her? Like, how old is she? And as soon as he texts you back and says, you know what, dude, she's still 17 in high school, and you as a 25-year-old man, then you continued down that path and you said, yeah, that sounds right. Does that not anybody else getting a red flag alert? Right? Am I just being oversensitive about that? So he knows, or doesn't ask. He knows. For sure he knows. This girl is 17 and pursues it further as an adult man. So she's still in high school? Yeah. Well, I'm a 25-year-old dude that's been out of high school for 7 years. I've already had a marriage. Yeah, let's go down and date this 17-year-old girl that has her whole life ahead of her. Sounds good.
He's like, hey, Brittany's going to be here. You should come down. And I was like, first of all,
Because I was there every weekend.
she's way too cute for me. She's way too young.
Boom. So you said she's way too young for you, and yet you still, what?
She probably has 5 boyfriends. You're senior in high school. I'm like, why would I?
This guy is admitting everything. This 17 girl's too hot for me. That's basically what he said there. So, but you did admit that she's too young for you. And yet, here we are.
Come down to see you.
Right.
But these texts were enticing after the 6th week, I would say. I was like, you know what? What the heck? It's like...
You know what? What the heck? She's 17? Okay. That's okay. I don't understand your logic, Roman. She's a teenager.
He's like, hey, Brittany's asking about you. You should come over. You never asked about me.
Okay, so what I did say was I was sleeping on the couch. I'm like, it's 12:30. Like, is Roman still coming? So you
I
did ask, but I'm like, I'm literally going to be ready for bed in an hour. Like, are you guys going to be out here right now keeping me up? Like, whatever.
So you were
technically asked if you were coming, but it wasn't like, are you setting me up with Roman? Because that was not my thought at all.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, we could clarify this right now. Chase.
Or you could listen to your wife and believe what she says. That's an option too. Oh, I forgot you're Mormon. My bad.
Can you clarify?
You should ask another guy though about what she thinks. That's probably what you should do.
This, what actually happened? Do you remember?
And then you ended up coming down.
Okay. I remember having like a back and forth on this because I was like, you were asking me to come down. And
who
you were like,
cares? Why does this matter to him?
Ever. So I truly, like, I remember before that saying like, yeah, Veronica has like the cutest sister in the world.
Ew. You're saying, oh, that girl has the cutest teenage sister in the world? If I were to ever say that about anybody, if my friends were to say that about somebody's younger teenage daughter, even at 25 years old, if I were to say that, my friends would have been like, ew, dude. He's admitting this on camera, that he was sexually attracted to a 17-year-old girl as a 25-year-old man. I'm going to keep saying it, everybody, because, oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, so cute, but...
Right.
How could it ever work?
Yeah.
Right?
It shouldn't. You're right. You're right.
So I was super nervous, but we watched just like nervously. We don't want to watch a movie or something.
Yeah, no, I remember like getting down on the floor. They had this like stack of all of their like DVDs stacked up. I was like, what do you want to watch? And I think I put on Final Destination was what I ended up putting on.
Yeah. Wow. That was our Final Destination.
Should we reenact like what we did on the couch?
No.
Yeah. Wait, was that the first night?
Yeah, that was the first
night. We
night.
can't put that on YouTube.
Okay there, McLovin.
That was definitely not the first night.
No, it wasn't.
Oh
You're not going to hear me very well with this.
This is an adult male flirting with a 17-year-old teenage girl at a movie night and like flirting and like getting up close. Guy, everybody should be like, what the F, Roman? Everybody should be. I can't believe this wasn't a bigger deal.
And then you never got my number.
And we also stayed up till the sun came up.
Yeah, we never went to sleep. We literally just talked the whole time.
It was innocent. I mean, the kiss was about as wild as it got.
Yeah.
You kissed a 17-year-old girl on the first night you met her as a 25-year-old man? FBI, everybody. Like, I know it's the statute of limitations is passed, and I know it's illegal for her to do whatever she wants as a 17-year-old girl. But I think the law should change. Because then you get predators and groomers who out there literally going after girls who are of age. And the balance is incorrect either, because he's a famous guy, rich and famous, and she's a 17-year-old teenage girl with stars in her eyes. The balance is off, everybody. That shit would never fly today. If a 25-year-old YouTuber today was saying, I met this 17-year-old girl the other day and I'm going to date her, what would happen? But also, you've got what's his name, James Charles over there, sexting, I don't know if they were super young underage, but they were of age, I think. And he got canceled, right? He got canceled. And he should have been. What the hell? Roman's good to go?
Guys, I was 25 years old. You were 17.
Yeah.
But maybe 3 months to 18?
Yeah.
Close.
She's 17, because maybe you were 3 months to 26.
But
It was like
17.
November, so I was turning 18 in November. Or in February.
Never, ever was I searching for a young girlfriend.
Right.
This is
And
a lie.
I never, ever thought of you as 17 or I've got a 17-year-old girlfriend. Ever.
Oh, that's convenient for you, Roman. I didn't think of her like 17. That's nice. She was 17. And yes, you were looking, because you knew for 6 weeks as you were texting with this guy how old she was, how cute she was, and everything else. You knew all that stuff. So you were searching. Why else would you come over and hang out and watch movies all night? Your lie is so easy to break down. It's insane. You just lied. He's like, I never saw you at 17. It doesn't matter how you saw her. She was.
It
Right.
was, I'm truly, like, my heart and everything is so drawn to you. There was,
Okay, but doesn't negate the fact that she's 17 and you're 25.
no other, there was nothing I could do about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was. You could be like, you know what? I'm 25, you're 17. This is inappropriate. I'm going to move on and find literally anybody else. I'm rich and famous. I can find someone closer to my own age. Easily. There's millions of them.
I thought you were very attractive, very cute.
Well, I was.
Well, if you were 17, that's all you had. You didn't know anything. You're in high school.
Yeah. For sure.
Dude, I was a mess. Long hair, bandana, tattoos. Like,
Yeah, but like that's what I'm into. No, that's what I was into.
Okay, he's mine.
so,
Tattoos, yeah.
okay, what happens next? You said I didn't get your number, but I
Yeah.
obviously wanted to.
So I was actually in trouble. I had gotten a speeding ticket and lost my license for a month
How fast were you driving?
at that time.
Well, it's good to see that you make good choices.
So I didn't have my license. So my dad and my stepmom came and picked me up, and you were still there. And I remember just like casually hugging you by because I didn't like really want them to.
If I pulled up to a place where my teenage daughter was supposed to be babysitting and an adult male was there and you're hugging him after a night of being there, I would break that guy's neck. Nope!
No.
See, I don't remember the hug. Dang.
Yeah, that's what tipped them off that we were kind of together at one point.
You think?
Because they're like, she's like, yeah, I thought it was weird that you hugged him.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I hugged you by, and then I texted my sister, like, once I got home, I was like, can you ask Chase for Roman's number?
Yo, getting that text was the greatest thing ever.
Yeah, so then...
He's creepy, right? I'm not missing that. That's just... He's literally outwardly being creepy and celebrating his creepiness. Right? I'm not missing anything?
You finally texted me at some point, because she never responded. So you finally texted me at one point and said, hey, I hope you don't mind, I got your number from Chase or whatever.
Okay.
Another lifetime. Living a different life. Factory. I worked in...
I'm gonna come back to this. It's too long. I really want to disseminate this entire thing. Because our whole relationship's based on this guy pursuing a teenage girl who's like, I guess his friend's sister. I don't know where that part is yet. But like, nope. None of this is good. None of it is good. If you're a 25-year-old dude and there's a 17-year-old teenage girl, leave her alone. That's not for you. Okay? That's not for you. And everybody's like, well, they're together today. Well, she's not clearly all there. What is she going to do? Leave him? He's worth millions. They've got kids. They've got kids and everything. And maybe it's all good now. This is the beauty of going back on the internet now. You can see how inappropriate it was and the life choices that he made and everything that he did and the exploitation of his children online. The terrible pranks that caused disruption. He pranked robbing ATMs and had to go to court for it. He won that, obviously. But like, there's been things that this guy has done that he has deleted off the internet he doesn't want you to see. If I find that video of him talking about his ex-wife, you guys want to hear that. You're going to be like, that's who he really is. He just also admitted to you that he can't say what he really wants to say because it would cancel him. What does that tell you? Not trying to be thought police here or anything like that, but that's really, really telling. This guy is a predator, and there's no other way to say that. He pursued a 17-year-old teenage girl when she was still in high school and he was a grown adult. Nope. What would you do if your daughter was 17 and walked out of the house that you're supposed to be babysitting, and this douchebag looking guy steps out, looks like he's in Guns N' Roses, comes out and she hugs him? What are you doing about it? Look, I know kids are going to be kids and do what they're going to do, but damn, protect your children from guys like this. Everybody take a deep breath. Ew, Roman, you're gross. And saying stupid shit like that to Shay was just made you even grosser. We now know who you really are. Thanks for doing those podcasts. Just telling everybody, it doesn't really matter in the end. These guys will always be rich and famous on YouTube because no one really cares. They've built up a tribe of their own, of people who act and feel and think like this. That's the danger of influencer culture. That these guys will literally be like, I'm going to literally be the Pied Piper of predator, dickhead, asshole faces. Same with Maya Knight, same with Doherty Dozen. All these people bring a tribe together of people who are shitty. Ugh, gross. But you're not, you're amazing. Thanks for being here. Hope you like my cardigan. I will see you guys tomorrow for, I don't know, we'll do full lid maybe? Bits of Brie might be coming back. We'll see. You're incredible, valuable, don't you forget it. I'll see you.